Hello and welcome back to Would You Rather? I'm your host Marsky. Let's crack on with the questions, shall we? Straight off the bat, would you rather B. Alexander the Great or B. Genghis Khan? Why am I wearing my headphones? Because I've just been playing another game and it didn't work properly, but never mind. Genghis Khan, he was a bit of a brute. He was a bit of a barbarian. Bit of a bloodlust really, so him I'm not too fond of, but Alexander the Great, I don't really know much about him, so I'm going to have to look him up. Okay, after a quick skim through the history books, it seems a little bit of a yin or yang kind of situation, this, where Alexander the Great pretty much tore through the Eastern realms, pretty much a very, very good commander, won most of his battles. That's why I got the title of the Great. So, despite what happened to him, I'm not going to reveal it, look him up yourself. I'm going to go with Alexander the Great. Yay! Wow, that one was a tough one, because it's really tough not knowing about the subject matter and which the question's on about. Even worse when you know half of it and you're tempted to click on it just because you know it, but end up being a fool. Would you rather play PacMan or play Space Invaders? Gotta be. Crap. Would you rather only eat or only drink? Right, okay. I can logic this one out because human beings by nature are 70% water, so therefore you need to drink to survive. You can go longer without food than you can go without drink. However, some certain foods contain high concentrations of liquid in them. You can get really liquid food, but because it's still solid in some respect, it's still considered a solid food. So on this one, I'm going to say only eat, because you can still get your liquids out of that. You might need to eat a lot and you might need to go to the toilet a lot more, but you get your sustenance from your food and you get your energy from your liquids, so only eat. That's split, man. That is really split. Wow. Would you rather be able to only speak in LOL speak, be able to type in leet speak? Right. Wow. Okay. This one sorts out the men from the boys, doesn't it? Half the time I don't actually know some of the words that's being spoken in leet speak. That one I actually only know because I've seen it so many times. So, LOL speak, I can speak the... No, I can't even speak proper fucking English. I can as the LOL speaks, so I'll speak the LOL speaks. No one likes the LOL speaks. Damn it. Would you rather have a giant birthmark covering 78% of your face, or have a 2-foot tail? Fucking hell. You see, going on from the last question, I just can't speak. I don't know why. I'm just so thick. Okay, have a giant birthmark covering 70% of your face, or have a 2-foot tail. I would say, for a question like this, have a 2-foot tail, because then at least you can hide it down your jeans or your pants or whatever you wear. Obviously it's going to restrict you to wearing none of that type of clothing if you want to hide it. Unless you're an animal and you don't care and you're just going to show it off anyway. It's a weird culture. 2-foot tail! I got 80%! Sweet! If you were to bet your life savings on a single roulette spin, would you bet it all on black or bet it all on red? To me, that means nothing because I don't gamble. I'll never gamble like that. The only time I've gambled is on the National Lottery, and the last time I did that was a good year and a half ago now at least. I haven't played the lottery for a long time. I'm just not a gambling person. If I were to bet your life savings on a single roulette spin, what would you have? What? Then again, it still holds that possibility of landing on green. 00. To me, that question's irrelevant, but I'm just going to say bet it all on red because red is on the red square. So yeah, bet it all on red. Oh, I'm not the majority. Whatever. Next. Would you rather sleep in a tanning bed for a month or sleep in a small suitcase for a month? I'm going to go for a tanning bed on that one. Get myself a nice little tan on there. But still got to be careful. It didn't say that that tanning bed needed to be switched on. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of things flying around in the scientific community about how tanning beds can give you skin cancer and give you complications later on in life. But that question didn't say that that tanning bed had to be switched on. Oh, wait. I just noticed the message at the bottom. Both beds are closed when you use them. The tanning bed, of course, would be turned on while you sleep. To sleep in the suitcase, you had to contort your body since it would be too small. The suitcase would be on the ground. Fuck it. Would you rather be able to kill anyone by writing their name in a notebook, or be able to heal anyone of any injury/illness or revive the dead via a kiss? That's actually a pretty good one. It probably might actually give you some kind of god complex, but to the right person that'd be a really, really good thing. Especially if you feel that something's happened to someone you really, really love. You can bring them back to life or heal them of their injury. So I'm going to say that one, give them a kiss of life. Quite literally, the kiss of life. And 76% of people agree. Who wants a kiss? Who wants a kiss? Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring it in. If you had to choose a superpower, would you rather have night vision or heightened senses in smell and hearing? There's no extra description at the bottom on this one, so... if you had heightened sense of smell and hearing, you could go out in the world with a black and yellow leotard and pretend to be Wolverine. That'd be so cool. So you could either have night vision and pretend to be Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell, or you can have heightened senses in smell and hearing and get yourself some claws and be Wolverine. I'm going to go for the heightened smell and hearing. Crap! And last question to wrap this video up with is, would you rather date a mermaid or date an angel? On this one I would have to say date an angel, because if you think of a typical mermaid, the top half is a woman but the bottom half is a fish. And Family Guy put a nail on the head on that one when Lois got stranded on the I think it was a desert island, I think. Well, she got stranded on some beach at least when Stewie killed her, and she found a merman there, but with the head of a fish and the legs of a man. And this is absolutely perfect, because the merman said that he couldn't make love to her because if he had the torso of a man and the bottom of a fish, he wouldn't have a penis. So in this case, you'd probably think that a mermaid would only have breasts and no funky little lady garden down there, so the date's off on that one. I'm going to say an angel, because at least she'll have everything. Yay! That was a pretty good round. Most of them I got right. Well, most of them, I mean, most of them I got a majority of. So that was a good one. I like that one. Anyway, my geeky guys and gals, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, smack the like button. If you don't, smack the dislike button. If you do dislike, please give me a comment. Let me know what I can do to improve the video just for you. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. So bye-bye. For now. You. Oh man. That's a lovely question. For me, that's a no-brainer. I'd eat a human foot, because at least you can cook it and you can season it and make it tasty. Poof. I like the lights. Oh, you bastard. What about as helpful as a fart in a spacesuit? And you're still watching my chesticles, you perv. You know, when I first started this, there was a good couple of questions at the start as well, but I forgot to start the recording of it, so I'm there just yammering away with the questions, clicking them, and I looked to the corner where it gives me the indicator that it's recording, and there weren't no indicator. I thought, oh fuck. Click.